We want to bring in Democratic Congresswoman Loretta Sanchez of California. She joins us now from Washington. We should point out she's on the Armed Services Committee. Congresswoman, it's really a pleasure for you to join us today. We originally were going to talk about a completely other story, but we want to get your thoughts on this situation that we're seeing right now that is literally chaotic and breaking and emerging right now. Want to get your sense of if there is more that needs to be done, if you think the FAA needs to issue some guidance on the airspace in and around Israel.
Well, let's not get this confused with what happened in Ukraine, where we saw a rocket that has we believe we saw a rocket that has a much larger ability to go up to a higher level of intensity, 33,000 feet. But what we are seeing here, these rockets that are being fired into Tel Aviv and into Israel are surface missiles, so they're at a much lower altitude. They also aren't specific to being able to hone into something. But it seems to me like these American airlines are at least taking a step back and trying to assess just how chaotic is the situation in Tel Aviv. I'll tell you, I have a stepdaughter and a newly born grandson there, and they're going to the shelters left and right now for the last couple of weeks. So certainly things are intensifying in Israel.
It is interesting, as you say, these rockets don't have nearly the accuracy at all, whether they can be aimed, in fact, at all, as what we saw over Ukraine. The world has been seeing the scenes from Gaza right now, where 600+ people have died. The UN estimates more than 75% of them are civilians. Israel says the operations they are undertaking right now in Gaza are specifically for the type of thing we are now seeing at the airport around Tel Aviv. The Israelis say they are being targeted around their nation with these rockets, and that no one, they say, should have to live like this. Do you think what's going on now at the airport with this rocket debris found and now airlines deciding not to fly to or from there supports their point?
Well, certainly Israel has always held the belief that life goes on in a natural way, even amidst all this chaos, even when they had terrorism and buses being blown up, etc. As I said, I have a stepdaughter. They go about their way, and that's really where Israel wants to be. They want to continue to tell people, come to Israel, come and do your business here. To its citizens, you're going to be safe. Certainly the Iron Dome has been instrumental in shooting these rockets out of the air before they hit something. But at some point you have to say, how much does Hamas have to send in and how much do we have to push back? And so that's why we're seeing this ground operation by Israel. Certainly we need to find a diplomatic effort. Too many people on both sides will be hurt in the long run.
We want to say a big thank you to you for joining us at this hour. We hope, Congresswoman, that you'll join us again. We do want to talk about the ongoing crisis at the border. We'd love to have you back with us at this hour to discuss that at another time, all right?
We'll do that. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
More news.